What happens when people are outraged? Because it seems like a lot of people are really outraged on whatever the issue is, one way or the other, especially on social media. So when we are outraged, our thinking becomes very black and white, all or nothing. And we tend to blame and attack and judge and criticize others. We often have contempt and we shame other people when we're in that place of outrage. And it may gain a lot of clicks on social media, but what does it do internally to you? Well, it leaves us in fight or flight. So it means there's generally a lot of tension in the body. Our heart rate's up, our blood pressure's up, even adrenaline is kicking in. And the body thinks we're under attack. So we attack and judge and criticize others and are defensive, deny any responsibility ourselves, and we don't have any sense of the gray areas. All the different perspectives, we dehumanize other people and ultimately dehumanize ourselves because everything is all or nothing. And that's not an accurate or an intelligent place to come from. When we connect to the wise adult within us, we can put ourselves in another person's shoes. We can have compassion. We can have empathy. And then we can consider different perspectives. We recognize whatever happens in the conflict is not actually the end of the world. And so we can see different ways to look at it, and we can respond wisely with a connection to our heart, with a connection to our intelligence in our head, an ability to think things through, and we're connected more to our body, the wisdom that exists in our body, in our gut, intuition. And then we respond in a way that humanizes the other person. Whereas if we're coming from a place of outrage, then we don't take any of that stuff in. It's just purely black and white. Not very intelligent. In fact, it uses a different part of your brain. It shuts down the high reasoning part of the brain and just use this ancient survival part of the brain. That's all it's good for. It works quickly, but it doesn't take into account all the different possibilities that are out there. So if you're acting from a place of outrage, if you can pause and pull back and gain perspective, then you have access to the wiser adult in you. Whereas when you're watching all the people being outraged about one thing or another on social media, it's like the little kid is running them. And unfortunately, it pushes the buttons of a lot of other people's little kid part and all sorts of success on social media. But it's not healthy. And if you want healthy emotional and physical responses, then we need to be able to pull back and breathe, humanize ourselves and the other person, and see the bigger picture, which will serve you and your relationships in the long run, but might not get you as many clicks on social media. Have a good day.